because first I heard of what was just said.
Breaking news tonight.
That's right. You get to use the breaking news bumper. That's awesome.
Geocaching.
That's probably not even the right term, right? Bumper or whatever. I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's good enough.
Derek,
There we go. That's close enough.
It's a bumper.
Good.
It's close enough. It's a bumper.
That's a technical.
Actually, that is a bumper. Yeah.
It is a bumper.
So what is our breaking news now?
Breaking news. Wonder what it could be. Curious KDB says. Do y'all like the new way that? Do we do the right banners? Let's see.
No, you're not the right banners. I got it.
Hang it. Fix it for us, sir.
There we go.
That looks much better. I like that.
I like the way they come in. They slip up and then they fade out.
Will beans be spilled? They will.
Yes.
These are not our beans. These are HQ beans.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Charles actually heard about this first.
Yeah.
I heard about it much later, but I guess Charles had to, of course, tell Jesse because,
Why not? I figured that was Amanda. I figured if anybody out of the 7 of us was going to be like super stoked for this news,
Absolutely.
it'd be Jesse.
Well, Jesse was very stoked for this news.
I'm stoked, and I've only known about it for a minute.
Yeah. Where did you hear about it first, Charles?
Oh, did I see it in a Reddit thread, or I might have seen it on the geocaching? Let's see, Ethan Rogers. Ethan Rogers is the guy who posted it on a geocaching group. I saw it about 2 minutes after he posted it. It came on a Reddit thread today. And I forwarded the whole thing from there over to Jesse.
Sweet. By the way,
it's been a long time coming.
Oh,
For
yeah.
a lot of frustrated iOS users. If you're not an iOS user, you're still going to be stuck in the Stone Age, and we're sorry. But get you a real phone and come join the fun.
If you're not using iOS, does that mean you're using a GPS? I don't know how that works.
I'm not sure.
They're using a brick.
Yeah. Okay. So we've been teasing them long enough. It's not a new cache type. What is the official announcement?
The breaking news is that there is a new app available from Groundspeak.
Mm-hmm.
And there it is. Charles is showing it. Let me go to your screen there, Charles. There's the new app. I have the new one and the old one, right? So you're showing.
Yeah.
Of course, if you can't tell what that blur is, it's a new
Where I Go.
It's a new Where I Go out.
Yeah.
Put out by Groundspeak.
That is blurry, but it is put out by HQ. So why is that even important to anybody? Besides Where I Go's are the best cache type ever, but anyway, let's move on past that.
Well, there are a lot of improvements just automatically for this app,
Right.
over the old app that we had. You no longer have to sign into the Where I Go website on your mobile device to download a cartridge to your phone.
Right.
It automatically, like Gary was showing just a second ago, it automatically will show you all of the Where I Go's that are directly around you. So it only shows you Where I Go types. And you can download directly from the app the cartridge for the Where I Go. So you don't have to go. You don't have to go to any of the other stuff. And so the other thing I'm curious about, and I've got a couple of Where I Go's loaded that I haven't done yet. We'll see if it will log them as found on the Where I Go website, so you don't have to go back with like a completion code.
Oh my gosh, that would be awesome.
Oh,
right. So I haven't tested it that far, so I don't know where this is going to go. That's for a future show. But
does it work in Cachly as well, or do you have to be in the geocaching app for it to link in to when
No,
you go find
it's an API. So you sign into
Right.
geocaching and it automatically works after that.
Right. I just didn't know if
Yeah.
you found out where I go in Cashly and you say there and you say download the cartridge or whatever, how you ever do it in there. So
We'll have to get in there and play with it. But Albedo 0.39 hit really the nail on the head with this. Why this is so important. It means Groundspeak has invested money back into Where I Go. Yes,
Absolutely.
It means we're not getting rid of Where I Go. So we're keeping that. We don't need to lose cache types. That's the most important thing right now.
Right.
Yeah.
all right, so I just figured it out. If you go to search, it'll actually pull up all the Where I Go. For me, it just pulled up the ones within 100 miles of me, which was 4.
Yeah.
And then you just go to where it is
everything.
and you click on it, hit download, and it automatically downloads it for you right there.
Yeah.
So much
and
nicer.
Some of
And
them
any of you that pull up that map and you don't have Where I Goes in your area, shame on you. Shame, shame, shame. You should be hiding Where I Goes. I'm just throwing that out there, but
But we got Earth caches
There
too,
is.
Jesse.
do what?
We got Earth caches.
Yeah.
Well, hey, there is a show where Jesse hand walks you through how to easily set up a basic Where I Go.
he
Yes.
does.
And
And I did it.
that's
Yeah,
so
you did.
And if
If
I
you're
can do
me-
it, the rest of y'all can do it.
Look, if you've been watching our show for any amount of time, you should be able to publish every type of cache that you want to.
That's interesting.
GeoArt in Oklahoma, yeah.
What is that? Are those in the? Where are those, Cecil? Are those in Oklahoma City or? There's a bunch there. It's interesting is that
And
Yeah,
this is only
only
for
for
iOS
iOS.
right now.
for right now, I don't know what they're going to do about.
Right.
Android,
I'm sure
so-
they'll put that out for whatever the other type is. I don't remember. It's not iOS, but other phones, I guess that you buy like at the dollar store or whatever. But those
for Emily's phone.
for Emily's phone.
right.
I mean, they have to start somewhere, right?
But it's kind of cool. You can see the
And
you can see the GeoArt that's
Yeah.
done.
Nice.
the other side to that is that Groundspeak already had an official app on iOS, so they already had the groundwork laid for them. What they've done is come in and revamp that and put money back into it, but they've revamped it because they've had so many problems with upgrades from like iOS 5
Oh
to
yeah.
14. Is that where we're at now? So there have been some glitches and headaches along the way with the old Where I Go player, and there have been some workarounds for it. But now this thing, I mean, it looks like it's going to run like a Scalded 8.
Yeah, it looks super smooth, right?
It looks like.
Well, I found one
Cashly,
that's not
too. Did y'all
loaded,
notice
but
that?
okay.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if there's some more breaking news in here, or is this something that's been around and I didn't know about it? But go to the privacy policy and look at the About Us with what's websites it's got, and the about the 7th or 8th one down. Maybe something else they're investing money in.
What you got?
Our mobile app.
Geocaching AR mobile apps.
Ooh.
Oh, look at that. That sounds interesting.
Wow.
And they've got a link to my geocaching profile. So
.com.
yeah,
There's
so
some interesting things in here.
they're reaching out to some other places. It's on. There's waymarking Where I Go, groundspeak.com.
Well,
The usual suspects.
Right,
Well,
but
waymarking,
geocaching AR, mygeocaching.com.
Oh. I wonder if they didn't want to. Maybe they didn't realize they were publishing that.
So the Twonky says it does not seem to load old cartridges.
Yeah.
Give us
I
some more
think-
information on that. I don't know exactly what that's going to mean.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm running into here. It was like there was a cartridge in my area.
Like a really old one.
Yeah, it was called Veterans Memorial Park. Is that the right one? Yeah, Veterans Memorial Parkway, and I can't even get information on it. It's not coming in.
That's weird.
Let me jump into Cashly and let me see if I can pull it up there.
Okay.
I wonder
See what I
if
wanna
that's
Man, this looks so much.
well, it's so much cleaner, right? And before
Yeah.
we already talked about this, before anybody says anything, obviously they have to test it before they dump it into the main app, right? You would not imagine if they tested something brand new and it crashed all the geocaching apps. There would be mutiny. It would be ridiculous. So at least they're testing it first, and then maybe they can incorporate into all the other APIs and apps and everything else, right? But
Right.
you don't want to dump that an untested app, which geocachers will break. If there's a way to break it, geocachers will find a way to break it, right? So you're not going
just ask any gadget cache builder.
Yeah. So you can't transfer cartridges from your old app, it says. That makes sense. Like if you previously solved something. But it doesn't look like they've taken down the old app. You can still use it if you have it on your phone.
Yeah.
So that shouldn't hurt anything.
So it looks like, as I jumped into Cachely, see if I could find that old Wherigo. I'm not even seeing it there. So it may be archived, and it's actually pulling the old Where I Go. It's still seeing the cartridge on there, but it's not actually bringing it
Right.
in.
I did notice that Cachely, not to get off topic, but Cachely does have a filter now that you can pull non-active caches when you're searching.
Oh.
So that's a lot of fun. We'll have a show about that later, but that's a lot of fun too. So
they're capturing some kind of analytics too. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but it says analytics help us understand features and screen use and improve the Where I Go app.
You know what? Check that because we want to improve this, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And use something called a Metriac system. I'm not sure what that is.
I don't know. You got me. You know, they're collecting your information for Alexa and the CIA, so it's okay. No, so
Move over now.
I don't know when they're going to make the official announcement for this, but we wanted to jump on real quick and talk about the fact that they've just updated. We did not lose a cache icon type in 2020. We actually improved one, so that's great. That's a good thing coming out of 2020.
Well, no, this is 2021. So
I know coming out of 2020, what I'm saying is that we did not lose.
Okay.
One.
Okay.
We're in 2021. We're in 2021. 2020.
So I just said it's not archived. We're doing the echo. But it's a premium. It's a premium where I go. So
it's Jeff. Your sir.
Okay. No.
Yeah, just mute Jeff.
Okay. All right. So yeah, so it's a premium, and I don't know if these other ones are premium or not. So I'm just kind of seeing because it's not downloading onto my phone. This one, so that's why I was trying to figure out.
There we go. I don't know. I downloaded one and loaded it that was created in 2013. The only one that right now is not loading for me that I have is one of those janky reverse Where I Goes that. And so where you have to load the 3 lines of 6 characters in to make it all work. So I haven't been able. That one's not wanting to work for whatever reason.
One of those worked for me.
Oh, well, that's crazy.
Oh, keep in mind this is brand new and just came out today. There's going to be some bugs in it, right? But the fact that they have something brand new coming out for Where I Go or anything right now, considering how crazy things are, is great positive news.
Yeah, it's 1.5.5. So I don't know who's been using.
Yeah, and then I just found one of the other ones I downloaded was a premium, so it's not consistent. So maybe there's just a problem with that cartridge.
Yeah, could be
on the other side. So I just went through geocaching to see what they're all listed as. So
after you download the cartridge on here, then what? Because I can't get past that.
You can open it and play it right there.
Mm-hmm.
How do you open it?
You click on it. You go to list and you go play.
Click play and it comes up like a normal Where I Go.
Oh,
go to your cartridges and
Okay. There we go.
Locations, etc., like a normal.
Yeah, mine logged on pretty quick. So it looks like it works better than the old one, and we can only hope for new improvements even for this, right?
Yeah.
So I guess this one was to play anywhere.
I like how it said anywhere or somewhere.
Yeah.
Did y'all always had? Do you remember? I'm trying to remember. Do you remember the thing having the thing at the bottom?
Yeah, the little compass thing. Yeah.
But you can change the settings for that, by the way. You can set it to magnetic. Why would you want to true north? North is up.
That's for when you're driving in a car.
Magnetic
Yeah,
North. I think that's where Jeff is. I think he's sitting on Magnetic North.
Yeah, just on Magnetic North. So, not to belabor the point, but to wrap up a little bit. Brand new Where I Go app. It's iOS only. That means there's improvements with Where I Go, and it's not going away, because why would they waste their time if it's going away? And positive things moving forward, right?
that's right.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because now that maybe they have an app that's working for iOS, maybe people will be more apt to actually creating these now.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah. Create them. Go find them. Get them. Everybody downloaded immediately, so they know that there's people interested and they want to do more effort to it. That's the important
Great
thing.
idea. I can't, but that's a great idea.
Yeah. Where it goes can't get clunkier, right? So they have to get better. There's no other
Way to go.
Yeah, that's the same question, Twonky. That's the question we had. Why couldn't we do all this in one app?
Well, I would suspect like lab caches, like Brian's told us before, that they're eventually going to do that once they test it for a little while. I mean, because again, could you imagine if they crash the geocaching app for like 3 or 4 days and nobody could geocache?
No, they don't want to do that.
It would not be a good day for anybody, right? So if I was doing the same thing, I would test it out for 6 months or more before I put it in the new place.
Right.
And there's more to that than just throwing it in there and building it in.
Right,
I mean,
right.
Build it, test it. Obviously, we've been testing it because we're on version 1.1.5.
Yeah.
So there's some of that comes in that, you kind of got to work some of the bugs out. And in reality, when you look at it, at least on the iOS, Groundspeak already had an old Where I Go app on there. So the ground was great already for them. What they probably did was skim the skeleton off of the old app, did a bunch of revamping to it. Now trying to figure out, depending on how some of that stuff is all written, will it even integrate with the original geocaching app?
Yeah.
And that may be why they went this route with it.
My other guess is that they're going to put this out and then gauge interest. If this doesn't drive people to find more geocaches in the next 6 months, why would they continue to spend their time and money on this one icon when they could spend on something else? So go find more. Go find more Where I Goes if you want to see improvements.
Charles, what version did you have of your Where I Go app? Would you say 1.
Gary's the one that said,
yeah, it's 1.5.5.
Okay, good. Because I thought you said 1.1. I was like, mine says 1.5.5. You need to do an update already.
And then do it. And then
It's time for an update already.
The thing, though, remember, though, what you said there, Jesse, the fact that, but they had to spend the time, and we've had this discussion with Brian before, and that is, there's, without discussing too much about Worldwide CacheCon, but we had a list of things we wanted, and we were able to successfully get part of it. But part of it was how much time can he take away from the engineering people. So obviously they had to spend a good portion of engineering time.
Absolutely.
Which means if it's engineering time, that means it's a commitment. So
here's everybody's homework assignment. Go out this week and find a Where I Go.
That's right.
That's what I'm saying. Find more than you would normally find. So if you normally find 1, find 12. Isn't that how it goes?
Oh, cool.
Find a bunch.
Hey,
I'm working on it right now.
Where I Go just joined in.
And really, just by downloading the app out of the App Store shows interest. So even if you don't get a chance to go out because, like Derek, there are only 4 Where I Goes within 100 miles and you can't do the work, still the app. Because by downloading the app, you are still going to show, Groundspeak can then go to the App Store, look at how many downloads they've got, and can judge interest based off of that. So if you're an iOS user, even if you absolutely hate Where I Goes for some crazy odd reason, still go to the store and download it for those of us who really like them.
Hey, Jeff, you're gonna break Lucas's computer because he's sitting there drooling about all those where I goes there in Toronto. You just
All right, I'm gonna bring up Eric's and somebody
I got it.
commented
I
about
brought it up. I've done this one before. In fact, it's a great GeoArt series, by the way. In case anybody hasn't done Eric's GeoArt up there, it
Know Where I
downloads
Goes
and it does
within 80
open.
miles. If there's no where I goes within 80 miles, watch our video and create one because they're not hard to create.
Absolutely.
So yeah, when
okay.
why don't you bring that one up just since we've got some interest real quick before we wrap up? You want to bring up that one? Bring up Eric's GC7.
I'm trying it.
Yeah, if everybody tries to bring that up at one time,
what's
there's
the
no
GC?
way it's going to download.
No, just on the
JP.
app that's up. That's all.
JPNR.
I downloaded it and it does work.
Nice.
Yeah,
I've played it before, but
Yeah, I just downloaded.
Right.
It downloaded just fine.
yeah, I
Yep,
downloaded
mine
it too.
is downloading
Again,
for me
just
too.
fine.
It's got 40 favorite points.
It
It's a
should.
little far
That's a
from
good
me
one.
though.
So, good news, progress. We're not announcing any bad news, so stay off the real news and just listen to our news. Only
Actually,
good
no,
stuff
look,
is happening. Forget the rest of that stuff. Where I go is moving forward, and you have to think the next logical step here, if everybody goes and downloads this, is they're going to build a better builder. I'm just throwing that
None
out.
of us have to use the year I go. The year we go.
Here we go is good.
I haven't been able to get the couple of the other builders, the official builders, garbage.
Oh yeah, that's been garbage for.
Yeah,
Since
I can't get the Ranger Fox builder to work for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't
He
use
just
that
did
one.
an update on that, by the way. Somebody put
Did
it in
he?
the thing. He did an update on it. So
Oh, did he? Okay.
And the Ranger Fox stuff has been, I look at a bunch of his tutorials and stuff. It's amazing information. I've used the one from Czechoslovakia. Is it Czechoslovakia?
yeah,
The Czech Republic. And that's the builder that I've used over the years. But
there actually is, not
Is
that we're going to
getting-
get to tonight, but there actually is a fully online builder also.
yeah,
Not many people have access to it because it's smaller. It's not as well known. We're going to do a show on it coming up, but there is one that you can build completely online, completely over the internet. So we'll do a show on that coming up, but it hasn't been as relevant lately, but now it is because Where is going to be the new favorite type. We're going to push it out there hard.
Well, and from what Tom found, it sounds like maybe they're going to release at some point the AR builder.
Yeah, you got to know that that's on the back. I'm not back burner, but I mean they're working on that hard
It's on
behind
the
the
side.
scenes right now.
Have y'all found AR before?
Mhm.
Okay. Do you have a lot up in your area, Emily?
No. None.
None.
yeah.
They
None
went
for
away
me.
pretty quickly.
Yeah. I
all
kept
of
my-
all of the AR caches for me are over on the eastern side of the state of Colorado, over on the Front Range.
right.
Yeah, because I made them.
Yeah,
I kept mine alive, but it's not fabulous. It's not. But it was the first one in Texas. That's my claim to fame for that one.
Well, as much as I hate to, we're going to have to wrap up because we have some cash con business to do, which we're not going to talk
Yeah.
about right now, but we got to do some serious planning.
Oh, thanks, Cecil. You're going to get flooded, buddy.
Yeah. You're going to get
Uh,
flooded. Trust me, I've done that before.
Yeah, you're going to get
Yeah.
you get more than you bargained for. But yeah, the we were actually meeting tonight to work on worldwide cash cons. So
Yep. Coming up, very exciting. Lots of work, but it's worth breaking in for this news, right?
Yep.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's all I thought I was coming here for.
Right.
Literally, 1 minute before we go on, that's when somebody said something that I'm like,
Hey.
what?
Yeah.
25 minutes ago.
Anytime we can break in with good news, it's worth it.
I know the peanut butter and jelly guy is very excited right now. So
Oh gosh.
Nanner.
Wow.
peanut butter and jelly. Okay, we're done. All right.
Good night.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
All right. Good night.
Good night.